Cash Bonnet, Z-Bar pistol checks with that 5-year-old gelding. He had the highest mark running the first go round with the 145. Here we're going back to the top of the list now. Horse owned by Roger Fletcher. This is Big Time Gangster, 5-year-old gelding. This horse did good in the first round as well. You bet. Get the stop. Clock stopped pretty good right there. Smart Chicolina bred in Hollywood done it. Scores are coming in. Even in the box, plus a half on the running rate. Even entering the corner and minus a half on the stop for a 70 on my left, and on my right, plus a half in the box. Even on the running rate, even entering the corner, even on the stops for a 70 and a half. Total score of 140 and a half. When Tuff Django, sired by Tough Country Checks by Tough and Busy. Here we go. Horse number 3. Sure. Oh, dang it. Not a whole lot was wrong right there, but front leg of the horse got in the loop. So they're going to set it up again. Go to 3 loops. There we go. Kept under the time limit, and we got scores coming in for horse number 3 from the Woolseys on Tuff Django. On my left, plus a half in the box, plus a half on the running rate, even entering the corner, and plus a half on the stop for a 71 and a half. And on my right, plus a half in the box, even for the running rate and entering the corner, and plus a half in the stop for a 71, making a total of 142 and a half. Next horse coming in is going to be number 4, Braden Lang's horse, Mo's Last Call. They went over the time limit of the first round, so they're coming in with a clean slate. Todd DeLay doing the healing here on number 4, Mo's Last Call. There we go. Get the score this time. Mo's Last Call, owned by Braden Lang. On my left-hand side, even in the box, even for the running rate, minus a half entering the corner, even in the stop for a 69.5. So my right-hand side, plus a half in the box, even on the running rate, plus a half entering the corner, and minus a half in the stop for a 70 and a half, making a total of 140. 140 for Mo's Last Call. Here we're going to go to number 5 now. Matt and Carla Fawcett's horse, Tyrell Llewellyn is the rider. Lucky Was a Surprise. 5-year-old gelding. You bet. So Matt and Carla's horse, Lucky Was a Surprise. On my left-hand side, plus a half in the box, even for the running rate and entering the corner, and minus a half for the stop for a 70. On my right-hand side, plus a half for the box and the running rate, even entering the corner and the stop for a 71, making a total of 141. We're going to go to number 6 now, and this is Lance Isaak's horse. It's a 6-year-old mare. Had a really good score in the first round of 143. This is APH Daisy's Pajamas. Bet. Gets around the corner and gets her hocks underneath herself on this mare. 6-year-old mare owned by Lance Isaak. Even in the box, minus a half on the run and rate, plus a half entering the corner, and plus a half on the stop on my left side. On my right side, even in the box, even on the run and rate, plus a half on entering the corner, and plus a half for the stop for the 71, making it a total of 141 and a half. Next horse now is number 7, owned by Bill and Deb Hutton, and here is This Cat's a Brat. No time or no score in the first round. Another one of these highbrow cat grandsons on 2013 Sorrel Gelding. And he get a good score in this round. No score in the first one, but making up for it right here. This Cat's a Brat. 5-year-old gelding on my left side, even in the box, plus a half on the running rate, plus a half entering the corner, plus a half on the stop for 71 and a half. On my right-hand side, even in the box, even on the running rate, plus a half entering the corner, plus a half in the stop for a 71, and a total of 142 and a half. Kyle Onechuck's gonna be riding Check's Boy is Hot. 5-year-old gelding. He's Hot and Checks. He's the sire by Vibrant Checks. Out of a Checks Out by Nick bred mare. Lots of checks breeding on this one. Also Peppy Badgelina. The bottom side of this mare. Gelding, I should say. Here's our time limit. That gun is going to be no score to round number 2. There were 141.5 in the first go round on Lena's Dazzling Chick. Here's a 4-year-old mare, so a young mare here now with a good score for a young mare. 4-year-old scored a 141.5 in the first go. Owned by Roger Flesher and Dawson Graham. Dylan Graham's going to be doing the riding. There we go. Broken Barrier's an automatic 2 points off. Mare showed really good though. Just a young mare too, as I said. So the score for horse number 9. So -2 in the box, even on the running rate, even entering the corner, and a +5 for the stop with a 68.5 on my left, and on my right, -2 in the box, as we said, for the Broken Barrier, even for running the rate and entering the corner, and a +5 for the stop with 68. Still going to be a 136.5, but of course 2 seconds off on each side for the Broken Barrier. AB Crime Wrangler by Sunday Crime by Crime Wave. Crime Wave stud out of Saskatchewan. They started a lot of barrel horses that went to Futurities and Derbies over the last few years as well. Horse number 10, Brett Gubby's the owner. Taylor Douglas doing the riding. 6-year-old gelding. Steer's kind of leaping around there, makes them hard to rate off when the steer's leaping around like that, but they're going to get reset and do it again. There's our time limit. Dang it. Going to be no score in round number 2 for horse number 10, AB Crime Wrangler. Horse coming to us from Woolsey's, 6-year-old gelding. Get to see these 6-year-olds in a Futurity like this. He's got a motor, and he's got to stop. And he's 6 years old and gets right out of his tracks, too. I liked it. But we're going to see what the judges say. Even in the box, even on the run, +0.5 going into the corner, and +1 on the stop for a 71.5. And on my right-hand side, +0.5 in the box, even on the run, +0.5 going in the corner, and +1 for a stop for a 72. This is going to be a good score of 143.5. Next horse in is going to be Cassius Nardi's horse. She's a Tough Country Chick. Jeff Quam is doing the riding on She's a Tough Country Chick. Here we got a 5-year-old mare out of BC. Beauty Palomino there. You bet. Jeff did a good job keeping everything tight there to get a good score. Score on my right, even in the box, even on the running rate, -0.5 for both entering the corner and a stop for 69. On my right-hand side, +0.5 in the box, and then even for all 3 other categories for a 70.5, making it a total of 139.5. Horse number 13 now, coming to us from Tyrell Gordon. Tyrell Fluelling is the rider. Here's a 6-year-old mare. Here we go. Cleans everything up in our scores. Even in the box, +0.5 on the running rate, even going into the corner, and -0.5 for the stop for a 70 on my right, or my left I should say. And then on my right, even in the box, +0.5 running rate, +0.5 going into the corner, even for the stop for a 71, and a total of 141. Keely Bonnet is the owner and the rider today in our second go round. Here we go, Keely Bonnet, number 14. Koi Smoking Jet, 5-year-old, you bet. Looks pretty good to me. 5-year-old gelding for Keely Bonnet. We'll see what the judges say. On my left, Even in the box, even on the running rate, plus a half going into the corner and plus 1 for the stop for a 71.5. Good score on my left, and coming in on my right, minus a half. Even on the running rate, plus a half going into the corner and plus a half for the stop for 70.5, and a good score of 142. Here's Aaron Miller. Just a little 4-year-old gelding. Gelding can do it. Get the 3-loop rule. That is, I think I might be the first turn at 6. You're doing a really good job here today. Yeah. Oh, front leg, sorry. That's going to turn out being a no score. Go around number 2 for Aaron Miller and Smoking in Tinseltown. Kasper Roy's horse, KR Wee Wee's Cat. This is a 6-year-old gelding. As we said about these 6-year-olds, you know, another year under their belt, so this horse had a 143 in the first go-round. Near the top of the pack in the first go-round with a 143, and coming here in the second go-round for Kasper Roy. Wee Wee's Cat. Steers want to try. Steers really want to try, so we're going to go to 3 rope.
Hey.
Loose rule, I should say. Steering at the greatest draw in the pen. Wanted to try and then came up the fence the wrong way, but his helper Levi gets it stuck on. Make the best out of a bad situation right there. Dang it. Was a 141 in the first go-round. There's a 5-year-old mare owned by Lindsay Miller. Here is Coyote Diamond Girl, sired by Cat's Coyote Jack by Highbrow Cat. Another offspring of Highbrow Cat here. Highbrow Cat is the leading money earner in the Cutting Horse Association, leading offspring earner as well. Got probably about 150 offspring that have won a ton of money. And on the bottom side is Out of a Mare by Bob Aker Doc by Son of a Doc. Well, that kind of sucks. It's going to be a no time and a no score for horse number 18. So we're going to go now to our winner of the first go round with a 145 for Cash Bonnet and his horse Z-Bar Pistol Checks is a 5-year-old gelding. As I said, won the first go around with a 145. This looks pretty good for the second go around as well on this 5-year-old gelding. So we'll see what the judges will say. As I said, did good in the first one. Here we go on the second one, plus a half and plus a half for the box and the run, minus a half entering the corner, plus 1 for the stop for 71.5 on my left, and on my right, plus a half for the in the box, plus a half for the run and rate, even entering the corner, and plus a half for the stop, 71.5, and another good score of 143. 143 for Cash Bonnet, Z-Bar Pistol Checks on horse number 19, 145 and a 143. All right, that's all for go-around number 2. We're going to be going into go-around number 3 now. Of course, we'll have 4 go-arounds, drop the bottom score, and bring back our highest marked horses for the 5th one.